Hello, Melissa Morris here. I wanted to share with you some sketchbook ideas and sort of what I do with my sketchbooks. I sort of collect things like flowers and leaves and different things that I'll find on the beach, like pieces of seaweed. And I wanted to sort of show you how I collect these ideas and different textures and objects and then transfer them over into sort of little abstract paintings. But drawing to me is sort of like thinking out loud, just grabbing gestures and grabbing shapes and being able to sort of just make marks and develop something and respond to marks that are put down onto the page. All right, so here is one of my notebooks and I just sort of start playing with it. But I'm going to sort of go ahead a little bit to this page where I have collected a brown-eyed Susan head and I have now pressed it into the book. So it's a flat element. Ooh, even look at the shadow that's being created on the page. That's quite lovely. And I want to kind of get that started and unpack this for you as to sort of what I look at when I'm creating sort of abstract works or starting to break something down. So even just that little shadow that's peeking over on the side, I might grab some type of tool and maybe sort of trace that just to get something started on the page. And it's sort of interesting and exciting, and it makes a really sort of lovely mark on the page. And I kind of like that idea of the shadow. So I did not plan this. I didn't realize that there was going to be this gorgeous sort of shadows on the page. Just sort of being open and observing to see what happens. And then another thing that's happened on this page is that the pigment from the flower has sort of pushed out onto the page. You can see it. It's left this sort of beautiful marking, and I love the way it looks. I think I'm going to recreate it. There's a sort of line of dots, a couple of slashes down here at the bottom, and then there's this yellow stuff. I'm going to take a little Caran d'Ache water-soluble crayon and just kind of play with that in there. And I might take a little bit of water and a brush and get that moving a little bit. Now notice how I don't sort of just play and stay in that one area. I'm kind of moving it and being loose about it where it goes. Moving it around just to see what happens. Now I'm going to go back to this shape. Little lines, little open circles, and now these sort of colored dots we're using. Then on these petals, they have a little character, this little leaflet, so then a petal is coming out. And to make it more sort of interesting, have more character, maybe you do a little stripes on it. talk about line. So line, there are sort of thin lines, thick lines, slow lines, fast lines, dotted lines, curvy lines, sharp lines. So now when you start looking at an object, you want to sort of pull out what is inherent to this particular object. So here I am, I'm just sort of looking around and finishing up this painting, playing with different colors. I've discovered that the texture from the underneath the leaf that was underneath the page was coming through, which is kind of exciting. And I really don't get bogged down with details or sort of being perfect about different things. I just really like to express myself and play with the different colors and textures and different shapes inspired by these things that I find